Hi everybody, hopefully we're live. I'm just going to check out the stream on my phone. So this live stream is just an ETS2 test. It's the latest build of ETS2 with full Promods. And yeah, we're live. So this is just kind of a bonus stream. I don't know how long the stream will run for, but anyway. It's a brand new profile. I'm taking a load from Birmingham to Manchester, and I'm in an old school Series 4 Scania. So we'll see how it runs and what it performs like on my terrible budget hardware. Hey Robbie, lovely to see you, man. So the idea is really to start off with bugger all and build it up. Start with a Series 4, go to the Series R, and then go to the new Series R and S eventually. Which reminds me, I must download and install the PGR and S mod for RJL, so I can have the newer versions. It's got full physics, everything's in there. Truckee IO mods all installed and fully operational, and it's got full reshade along with full Pro mods, the Great Step, Middle East, you name it, we've got it. Oh, that's a Renault truck. I must have already discovered that. Renault trucks in Birmingham. Alright. Mind you, it is Pro mods, so let's show you the map build. I've just gone for a standard Pro mods map build. I've not put any other map mods in, so it's just, you know, your Pro mods. But it is all the latest version. I've got all the latest DLC from SCS as far as I'm aware, including Greece. So down here, sorry. So that's all installed, and we've got the Great Step and the Middle East as well. I have installed the Promods background maps, so that's why it looks like it does. I'm quite happy with it, and it'll certainly do. I do have a metric arse ton of skins, so again, until we get to certain areas with certain trucks using certain skins, I don't know if we're going to have issues. I have got the Scania Opticruise gearboxes installed as opposed to the PAGs, just to try something a bit different. I don't have a camera mod installed, so I'm going to have to find the cinematic camera mod when I get time. Other than that, she's pretty much good to go, done and dusted. You'll have to let me know when this is made into a video. Let me know underneath the video what you think of the quality. Bear in mind I am on budget hardware, so of course this will complement American Truck quite nicely, and give me 3 games to alternate stream in the morning. So it'll either be Euro Truck, Morrowind or World of Ships, and in the evening streams it will be American Truck. Really? Headlight usage offence? It's 3:15 in the fucking afternoon. Really? Cheese and rice. Thank you, Robbie. Cheese and the rice. This is using the NVIDIA RTX 3050, which most reviewers agree is a shit card. But it is the full 8 gig one, it's not the cut down 6 gig one, and it does have the better CUDA cores and the better bandwidth, so hopefully it'll be able to deliver a nice visual experience for you guys and girls which is quite honestly more important than anything else, because, you know, I mean, I don't know if it's going to go shitty in certain cities. I guess we'll have to try. I think it looks gorgeous. I think Reshade's done a good job. I'm also using realistic brutal graphics underneath Reshade. The only thing I don't like about realistic brutal graphics is the fog, so I've also added a no fog mod, so we never see fog, because you tend to only see fog when it's binning down a rain. Well, I don't ever remember in 62 years seeing it being both foggy and rainy. It's usually one or t'other. So anyway, just so you know, that's the state of play. So let's get this little lot up to Manchester. We're currently on kilometres an hour, and we're in the UK. And it should be on miles an hour. I'm in a UK-sided truck because I'm from the UK. But I'm going to leave it on kilometres because I'm guessing we're going to spend more time in Europe than we are in the UK. And there she is. I do have some of Slav Jerry's engine sounds installed for when we get a real V8, because at the minute I'm only level 1. So, you know, as we level up, and I've also got a shit ton of Paulie's JCB skins, mud flaps, truck skins, trailer skins, you name it. So I thought we'd JCBize this one just to be a little bit different. Of course, Scanu 4, well, I can't find any JCB skins for, let alone Scanu 4 RJL. Now, I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm just saying I've not been able to find any, but for the rest of the trucks we've got some really nice JCB skins. So yeah, we'll see what sort of, I don't know if I've got zoom activated on this or not. Yeah, I have. Good. So we'll see what sort of progression we can make on the Euro trucks, and if it all runs okay and behaves properly, then I'll add it to the morning rotation, which is nice. So 3 games in the morning streamed over 6 days. So you get two streams per game per week, and then the evening will always be American Truck Sim. Unless, of course, I absolutely fall back in love with Euro Truck, and I might swap them round. But for now, it's what it is, and it's allowing me to get back in the saddle. It's allowing me to re-enjoy my relationships with you guys and girls, which I absolutely love. Just bear with me a second while I look at the chat. Hey up, Nab, how you diddly doing? Lovely to see you. Rebudget PC trucking, my own workhorse, runs 154 acceptably, but only under Windows 10. Boot, really? No, I'm on Windows 11, Nab. But I see 155 betas available. It's a very difficult decision, because I've got to be honest with you, Nab. You know, I love the games to bits. I love SCS to bits. I'm just so sick and tired of just doing a lovely build and fuck me, then an update comes out. So I'm just a little bit jaded with it. I'm also sick and tired of buying fucking map DLC, which again is one of the reasons I added Coast to Coast to the American Truck and Promods to this. I think I'm just done buying DLCs and never get to drive in most of them, and that's why I've locked them down, so that I can drive them and enjoy the pants out of them, rather than forever doing builds because the game's updated and what do you know, something doesn't bloody work. Just bear with me a second. The recent all AMD box runs 154 under MX though. Yeah, well, I mean, I can't speak for MX Linux, but for Linux Mint, you know, anything above 137 is just an absolute no-no. I mean, that's one of the reasons I've come back to the Wimblows, in that I've got the best of all worlds. So I've got my American truck back on 136, and I've got Euro truck on the latest version. I may well decide to roll it back to 153 and lock it. And lock it down so that, you know, it never goes out of, you know, stuff never gets old and broken and stops working. You know, and I got really fed up of that as well. I mean, the amount of times I've downloaded bloody Promods, I just get, and I just think, just lock it down and leave it, forget it, just enjoy it. Because no sooner are you on 153, 154 comes out, all your mods break, or some mods break. And of course then, Promods is not compatible. So you wait and you wait, and then you re-download all your mods that were bust that are now compatible with 154, and fuck me, 155 comes out, and all your mods and Promods break again. And it's just a fucking never-ending cycle, and I just think, well, I'm really tempted. I mean, 136 on the American truck is locked down, and I'm having the time of my life with it. Alright, it's the older 136, but it doesn't matter. With Project NG and Reshade, it looks great. This one's slightly different. I decided to go for realistic brutal graphics and Reshade, different preset obviously to American truck. But I think it looks amazing. Sorry, one sec. Yeah, my stable builds are on 145. Yeah, it is nab, you know, and I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing SCS, because I think they set a standard that a lot of other companies could do a lot worse than to take note of. I really think they're a brilliant company, but you know, too many updates can be as bad as, you know, a content drought. Just saying. But anyway, we'll see. I might just lock this down on 153 and leave it, and screw future updates and screw future DLCs as well, because the size of this map alone is going to see me in my grave, I'm sure of it. The same as the ATS one will, but the one thing that the ATS build has taught me that you lot probably already knew, is you can have so much fun, enjoyment and excitement just driving the bloody things. Forget modding them. Modding almost becomes an addiction, where, you know, you just got to do the next build because, oh my god, it's going to be so much better, blah 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 blah, and then inevitably it's not, or one mod conflicts with another mod, then you've got to make a hard choice. Oh, actually, I don't need to do that, I need to go right. And I'm sorry, I'm just rambling at this point, thinking out loud, but so yeah, the one thing that American Truck has taught me is, you know, yeah, do your build, grab your mods, do your load order, enjoy it, and then goddamn well forget about it and leave it the hell alone. And that's what I aim to do with this build. But I am almost shocked that the RTX 3050 isn't Spider Silk. I am quite shocked. Hey up, Logan, lovely to see you.
Get ready to turn.
So I'm guessing a lot of them reviews where the 3050 gets a bashing actually are quite warranted. I think the most popular card on the planet, according to Steam statistics,
At the roundabout,
whatever that
first
means,
exit.
is the RTX 3060 and 3060 Ti. So maybe I should have gone for a 3060, not a 3050, but no regrets.
Exit now.
My only regret really is that both games stopped working properly on the bloody Linux Mint. That's my real beef. And I don't think it's Linux Mint's fault for 1 minute. Which reminds me, I might boot the Linux machine up this afternoon and see if any of that's repaired. Or see if it's still a nightmare. Yeah, I think you're right, Robbie. I think it is Proton. But what I'll do is I'll keep booting the machine up once a week and checking to see if and when it gets fixed. Because as I say, I've got too many man hours invested in that operating system to just say, oh well, fuck it, you know, I'll put Windows on it, all the rest of it. I've just got too much invested. I'm not just going to give that box up, despite being a bit pissed. And as I say, it's not Mint's fault, it's not Linux's fault. So I'm hoping at some stage, I thought Proton 10 was the holy grail, and for a while it was, and then all of a sudden one morning everything was just busted. So hopefully they'll get to fix that and I'll be a happy boy again. But until that happens, we're firmly and safely on the wind blows, despite all the annoyances of the wind blows. And I have to be honest, it was such a relief to hear from, this looks fantastic by the way, such a relief to hear from everybody that quite frankly nobody gave a flying fuck what operating system we're on. So that was amazing. You see, even now, this is not as silky smooth as I would expect when I'm streaming. When I'm just playing, hell yeah, it's like spider silk. But when I'm streaming, I notice micro stutters and micro freezes all over the shop. But then again, maybe that's just me being a little bit pedantic and too picky. I'm not going to go left there and discover the Scania dealer because it's already discovered. Even though we're only a shitty low level 1. So here we are in Promods Manchester. I have got all the Promods trailers and company packs installed as well. So, you know, all these gigs worth of data do have an impact and an overhead on your hardware. I get it, but I just feel that the mods that I've got installed in this build are just too darn good not to have installed, if you know what I mean.
Exit now.
And if it goes shitty in places when I'm streaming, do you know what? It goes shitty.
And then turn right.
You know, as I say, keep right and turn right.
Turn right.
I'm not on a £5,000 RTX 5090 gaming PC, so you know it's not going to be perfect, is it? I'm on the older AMD platform, but do you know what? I'm happy with it. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's have the extra 15 XP, because this is all about the driving. It's not about the mods, it's not about the builds, it's just about the driving experience. And again, something that American truckers really nailed home to me, just immersing yourself in the virtual driving. As I say, these days now I don't taxi drive, it's about the only driving I do get to do, and it has the bonus that, well, I'm never going to fall foul of the law. I'm never gonna in real life kill anybody, and I can just enjoy the pants out of it. And the nice thing is I can make it whatever I want to make it. Yeah, traffic nitro stuttering visible over the connection. Yeah, it is, Nab. But the thing is, I just accept it now. It's what it is, isn't it? You know, I mean, unless it gets really, really bad. Yay, and there we go. Level 1 goers. Oh, well, we've got a pit. Let's put it in long distance. And we've got new upgrades available. Bear in mind I have got all the RJL scanners installed. It is the only truck mod that I've got installed in the profile. I did and ah as to whether to put it in or not, but again, I just think it's too good of an addition not to have in your build. You know, with the Scania R, the Scania 4, the Scania T's, I just think it's too tasty. Right, okay, well, it's either locked up or, mind you, we have got all the JCB shit by Paulie in, so there you go. So we've got all the JCBs available to us now. I don't know if, and we've got the crouch, and we've got all the Series 4 RJL paint jobs available to us as well. Plus we've got the latest Volvos and the latest Ivecos, and we've got all the electric trucks, and it's fantastic, and I love it to bits. And it's so different to American truck. As you all know, I genuinely firmly believe that American truck is the better of the two games. But how? Why force yourself to choose? Play both. Enjoy the pants out of both. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if I can make any other changes. I could put that on to TAA only. That might help a bit. Reflections have got on low, that's good. Secondary lights, traffic lights, no depth of field, that's switched off, good. Vegetation, I guess I could put on low and try that, but I don't think there's a lot more changes that I can do to the game to stop the stuttering, and it tends to only occur when I'm streaming. Like I say, when I'm just playing the game, she's sweet as a nut, she's spider silk, you never see her stutter in sight. But when I'm streaming, and I am at the minute game capturing, so I'm only streaming the game, not the whole PC, and it's still micro stutters, just saying. But we'll see anyway. But I think I've just got to either accept it and get on with it and enjoy it for what it is, or I've got to get the wallet out and spend a lot of money on a graphics card. Just saying. And as I'm not in the mood for spending a butt ton of money on a bloody graphics card, that I could buy 2 game consoles for the price of 1 graphics card. I could buy a Chinese RTX 3060 Ti, but to be honest, they're not that. It used to be a case where a used RX 580 was 100 quid and a brand new Chinese one was 50 quid. Well, it was worth doing. Whereas now the new prices are like, for argument's sake, 360 quid for a brand new one, 320 quid for a cheap China. Well, you could for a brand new one, wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean? So, anyway, God, I am rambling the day, just saying. So what have we got? Yesberg. Let's take this over to Yesberg, because I think it'll unlock doubles and triples for us. Sorry about that. If we buy a garage over in Yesberg. So let's put our 4-ways on. The OBS effect, I should test that on my newer rig. Yeah, you should for sure. And see what you think about it, Nab. But OBS is definitely the catalyst to micro freezing and stuttering. Because if you just play the game, say for an hour, and then you introduce OBS and stream for an hour, you'll notice the micro stuttering and the micro freezing start creeping in where it wasn't there when you were just playing the game. Now, the only thing I did wonder, and forgive me for putting it in this terrible way, is I wondered if the micro stuttering and the micro freezing, because I'm using the same PC to play the game and to stream it, I wondered if it was the CPU or the GPU every now and again, if you like, having its cache filled and then it letting it go, clearing it, and you get a micro freeze and then it's okay again. So I feel that's what it is, even though that's only anecdotal opinion. I have no hard facts or evidence to support that, but that's what it feels like. It feels every now and again, because you're not only playing the game, you're live streaming it, some buffer somewhere gets a bit filled up and it goes, hang on, I need to just flush the buffer out, and it flushes out, bang, and you get a micro freeze, or it starts micro stuttering, and then it clears. It's alright. Once it's flushed, it's fine. So I don't know, but anyway, it's interesting. But the thing is, you know, I need to start and spend time enjoying my gaming and stop worrying about modding and everything else. I need to set the games up, which I've done, and then leave them the hell alone and spend my time streaming and enjoying and sharing and enjoying with you lot as well, because none of us know how much longer we got. I could have another 30 years, I could have another 3 hours. You just don't know, do you? So I just want to enjoy. But that's definitely micro stuttering. Now, if I change that from 200% to 100%, it still looks okay, but is it going to resolve the stuttering? And I'm guessing not. But you guys and girls let me know. You see, it still looks alright.
Turn right.
And that certainly made it a hell of a lot easier on the CPU and the GPU, with it only being 100%. And it's on TAA scaling, which is good. But you see, the micro freeze and stuttering's still there. I can see it myself. And it's only when you're live streaming, that's what twists my melon. So maybe I need to get an external decoder, and maybe that could be a good use for the Linux Mint PC, to actually be the streaming box. So play on Windows, stream on Linux. Just a thought. I might have to look into that.
Right. And then turn right.
No, it's a bit further up Chab White, and it's not going to give me that thing, is it?
Turn right.
You think it's YouTube? Well, do you know what, Robbie? You could be right, my friend. It could be YouTube. It could well be that I'm overloading the stream server. I don't know. All I know is when I'm not streaming, this is the same as American Truck, absolute spider silk. And the minute I start streaming, there's micro stuttering and micro freezes. Now, it's nowhere near as bad as what I've seen some streamers put out there. And I'm not on about putting out there for 1 or 2 streams. I'm on about putting it out there for 3 or 4 years worth, to the point where it's unwatchable. I don't think it's watchable anyway. But it's like this now. I mean, I don't know. Is it just me? I mean, that's on 100% zoom. I wouldn't want to go any lower than 100%, because then you really do degrade the image. Oh, really? Cripes, you're emptying my wallet today, game. Just saying. But anyway, look, we'll see. But it is nice to share it with you all and get your thoughts and your opinions. It really is. I don't know I've done this for a long while, but we're coming to the end of it now. Because, as I say, it's like this build. The thing is, I'm not streaming 24/7. That's the other thing I've had to get my head around and factor in. You know, a lot of the time I'm just at home playing it myself, and it's like spider silk, so I don't really need to upgrade all my hardware, and because it's good enough. It's only when I live stream that I get this micro stuttering, and as I say, I think it's so trivial that it's not worth worrying about, if you know what I mean. Just enjoy your game. But anyway, we'll see. Hey up, CFW. Lovely to see you, man. Hey up, Ali. Hope you're all safe and well. Lovely to see you all. Thank you for joining. Don't worry, tonight's live stream is still going to go ahead, and it's on American Truck, my beloved American Truck. But this really has allowed me to have the best of all worlds. So I'm definitely going to add Euro Truck to the rotation. So the way that it will work is Monday will be a rotational game in the morning, an American Truck at night. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday will be the same. Friday there'll just be a morning stream. Saturday there'll be 2 streams. Sunday there won't be any streams, and then back again to Monday. And I'll put them up on the YouTube and pre-schedule them all for you. Now, as I say, unless real life events prevent me from doing the stream, I will be there on time, on target, and do said stream. And to be honest with you, I've just fallen head over heels in love with American Truck, Euro Truck, Morrowind, and the Russian version of World of Warships. I've got a lot of other games installed, configured and set up, good to go. But I think with just these 4 games, that's probably me done. So we've got to get the ferry over to Yesburg, haven't we? Okay, let's get our heads down. And have a sleep. Sorry about that, caught the mouse. Played ETS yesterday, turned on lane departure, used cruise, and it was funny watching it like a drunk driver. Yeah, absolutely, Ali. Absolutely. I mean, if I turn any of them features on, it just affects me right up. It really does. And I'd love to be able to sit here and just, you know, have the truck drive itself. It doesn't work like that in the game. which is a bit weird because it does work like that in real life. From driving a Toyota Corolla hybrid, you put lane assist on, you put auto brake on, you put cruise control on, and you just let go of the steering wheel, sit back, and the car drives itself. And it's really weird, but it bloody works. Whereas in the game, oh my god, it doesn't work, and it's your worst nightmare. Okay, so let's make our way. Don't worry, the engine sound will change to a deep V8 from Slav Jerry once we get a decent V8 in it. And of course, as we level up, we will continue to upgrade the truck. And rather than replace the truck, I'm going to add trucks to the profile as and when we're high enough level. I think it looks fantastic, by the way, I'm just saying, considering I'm on budget hardware. Yeah, it does literally bounce. It's really weird, Ali. I totally agree with you. It's weird. But I genuinely feel with both builds on both games, I'm the happiest I've ever been. I feel like a £5 gaming rig pro streamer, even though I'm, you know, shit content, budget hardware. Do you know what? I don't care. I think this is definitely some of the best quality gaming experience I've had in many a year, without a shadow of a doubt. Let's put cruise control on. You can take your finger off the accelerator then, Ebeez boy. And as I say, I think the graphics, even though I'm streaming, are superb. When I'm not streaming, oh my god, they are so good. But of course, you lot have only got my word to take for that. Once we start streaming, then you get your micro freezes and your micro lockups. But as I say, comparing it to a lot of other streamers on YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble, oh my god, some of them guys and gals, well, I wouldn't be putting out what they're putting out. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some really good streamers. I mean, Dan over at Goggles56, he's great, love him to bits. But again, he's got really expensive hardware, so you'd expect it to perform. But I do tend to agree with the current crop of YouTubers saying Nvidia is being a bit of an arsehole, and now AMD have started copying them. You know, if an RTX 3050 is an 8GB graphics card, how can then Nvidia release an RTX 3050 that's only 6GB of RAM, of memory, and cut down bandwidth and cut down CUDA cores? How can it be called a 3050? So it's a little bit naughty, really, because what it does do is sow utter confusion amongst buyers, because buyers, by and large, don't know the difference between a cut down 6GB card and the full 8GB card. Really weird. And I think it also happens at the higher end as well, where they cut 22GB of VRAM down to 16 or 12, and then they cut the 12GB cards down to 8. Well, that seriously impacts the amount of CUDA cores and the bandwidth that you've got within the card. So I do think it's a growing issue, especially when the price of gaming consoles is so good at the minute. You know, you can buy a PlayStation or an Xbox for the price of an entry-level Nvidia graphics card.
Right.
Food for thought. And if you invest in the Xbox Game Pass, all your games, well, they're not free, are they, because you're paying a monthly subscription, but all your games are free. You don't have to lay out $100 here, $60 there. So it is there is quite a compelling case for it. So hopefully the sun's coming up, not going down. We've got a ferry trip over to Esbjerg in Denmark. It's probably not how you pronounce it, but nevertheless. As I say, I'm very, very happy with the build. And when you are streaming, when it does run well, it runs to a very similar quality as when I'm playing it. But every now and again you get a micro freeze or micro stuttering, usually when you go in towns and areas where it's built up, or you know, and I've literally tried every setting known to man. Now on the older versions I can deal with it, I can sort it, but on the newer versions I just can't, which makes me think they're seriously upgrading the game engine, and the specs that you needed to run the game in 2012 I genuinely believe are no longer good enough for running the game in 2025. Now I know it's a long while and a lot of water's gone underneath the bridge, I get it, but nevertheless, I mean, it's like Oblivion. Why would you buy Oblivion remastered and then, you know, have to spend £5 on a gaming PC to play it? You could just buy the original Oblivion and play it on a potato. I don't get it. Well, anyway, that's just me, just musing as you do. But very, very happy at the minute with the state of affairs of my 4 major games. Of course, I've got a lot of other games installed that I'm enjoying modding and bastardizing and playing, and I'm learning so much about Reshade and SweetFX, and hopefully that comes right through in the stream quality. And I know it's putting extra pressure on the PC, on the CPU and the GPU, but again I think it's just too good not to have it, and it's something that I don't have full access to on the Linux, just saying. So while I'm back on the wind blows, I'm going to use every tool in the kit bag that's available to me to produce the sort of quality that I want for you guys and girls. Do you know what I mean?
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now.
And I think I've learnt my lesson. We're getting there. Like I say, I do love my Linux, don't get me wrong. There's certain things I really detest about the Windows, I really do. But having said that, the benefits that the wind blows offers, it's very hard to turn them down. It really, really is. But nevertheless, it's all good stuff. Right, let's carry on to this. I'm assuming it's a ferry terminal we've got to go to. And I know it's in kilometres and it should be in miles an hour. But as I say, we're going to be spending very little time at our home garage in Birmingham. And we're going to be spending a lot of time going all over the shop. Because that's how we're going to level up. So that's one of the reasons I've left it in kilometres rather than switch it back to miles, but I did want a UK sided truck, just saying. I'm also going to put some limitations on myself in both this and American truck for immersion reasons. So I am going to try and park all the trailers in cab, as difficult as that can be, for both American truck and Euro truck. Nothing too heavy. You know, if I get my knickers in a pickle, well, we can always get out and have a good look at the state of what we've ended up with. So I do want to really, I do really want to make it not about the truck, not about the mods, not about the map, just about the pure pleasure of driving. And for both American truck and Euro truck, as I say, I find them so relaxing. They're such a joy to play. You know, I do like first-person shooters and MMORPGs and all the rest of it. But I don't think you can beat a bit of simulation just for the relaxing element. Certainly relaxes the pants out of me, that's for sure. Now, as I say, this is a full Promods build, and it's Promods only, because I think if there's not enough map area for me to drive, then you may as well call it a day. You know, I'm very, very happy, as I say, with the standard Promods build. Although Promods did give you a much improved UK map, worth exploring. Yeah, absolutely, it does, and it removes a lot of them endless fields of sunflowers that Ghosty hates so much, and he's absolutely right. The lad is, he's bang on. And it does, you know, it transforms. There you go. Look, did you say? Oh, that was because Hull's discovered, and now we've had a micro freeze there. Now, when I'm just playing the game and not streaming it, that doesn't happen. But you can only obviously take my word for it. Look, and it's freezing again now. So I don't know. I don't know what causes that. I get a feeling that it's some buffer or some cache somewhere which gets full up. It could be YouTube, but I get the feeling that between the CPU and the GPU, because you're streaming and it's having to handle that much data, it gets to the stage where it goes, hang on a minute, I'm just going to flush this out, and it does it, and then it's fine. That might be me oversimplifying it, but that's what it feels like. I don't know what you guys and girls think, but as I say, once this is turned into a video, do feel free to put your 10 penneth. Do comment on the quality of the video, and again, if you guys and girls have got any tips and tricks that maybe I don't know about or have not heard of, please put them underneath the video. Some would say I'm a bit anal in the quality that I like. Well, I'm not, but I do like to try and get the best out of my hardware, if you know what I mean. God, I've got more chops than the butchers today, you know. I really have. Right, okay. Let's make the journey over to Jesberg.
Finding a new route.
In beautiful Denmark. Okay, let's make our way out of here. I'll probably make a bigger pig's ear of this exit than anything else. Because I always... Please drive on the right hand side of the road. Hang on, look. Fucking it right up already. So we can't get out of there, so this is the exit. but we have to drive
Get
on
ready to turn
the
right.
right side of the road.
Turn right.
Yeah, I know we're in Denmark. Do you want me to turn right here or further on? Just here. Because we're dropping it off here, aren't we? Yay, there it is, I assume. Well done, me. I get a cookie. But I am very, very happy with it. For all the bleating and the whining, I think on the hardware that I've always had, maybe with the exception of when I had the NVIDIA GTX 1070. Wow, was that a beast of a card, cripes. But I think for what we've got, we should be very, very happy. I don't think it's bad, and I think it's acceptably watchable for you guys and girls. So I'm going to chalk that down as a successful stream test, and I'm going to add Euro Truck to the stream rotation. So I hope you're all okay with that. I think that's not bad. I think it's acceptable. Now, your intuition is it's a CPU limitation, as the new AMD box cleared up a lot of stuff. That's a great shout, Nab. It could be the CPU. And that's on the on-chip graphics. Yeah. Yeah, Mark, maybe it's time I upgraded the CPU. It is a Ryzen 5 1600AF. So maybe I need to go for something a little bit beefier on the AMD platform. There's plenty of options, I think. There's plenty of choice. Okay, well, there you go. I'm going to end the live stream here. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. I loved it, of course, and I love your company. Have a great, great weekend. Much, much love. And I'll see those of you that are about for the live stream tonight, which will be American Truck Simulator. For those of you that I don't see, have a great weekend. Much love and bloody well take care of yourselves. Cheers now. Bye bye.